So this week, something rather strange happened. The sun came out. Now this is good news for most people, but the week before the marathon, it's not good news for marathon runners. So this week, for me, is now going to be about getting used to the temperatures and the warmer running conditions, which are going to make next week very different to running in the rain and the snow that I've been doing through the training, but quite difficult in a different way. Now, other than that, there's not really much to report on the running front in these last couple of weeks. It's a bit boring, to be honest with you, certainly for a vlog. So instead of documenting my week's exercise this week, I went to meet Alex, who's a former Centrepoint resident, to find a bit more out about the charity that I'm raising this money for, so I could learn something and hopefully you can too. So, over to you, Alex. Alex, thanks very much for talking to me. Could you just tell me a little bit about what brought you to need Centrepoint in the first place?
Okay, so obviously, like when I was younger, I was living with my mom, and the flat that we were living in was only like a 2-bedroom, and it was about 3 of us. It was myself, my sister, and my brother, and there wasn't obviously enough space. So then what my mom asked me to do was to, go, to the homeless center and say that, look, there isn't enough space, there's overcrowding, you ain't got nowhere to live. So then I pretty much found myself homeless, do you understand, at the age of about, let's say, 18.
Right.
So then when I obviously went to the homeless association, they referred me to Centrepoint, and that's how I sort of came in contact with Centrepoint. Centrepoint was obviously able to give me a room at the time where I stayed, somewhere to live. And not just obviously with the home side of it, but also support me in other areas as well, like for example my sports, my academic career, and things like that.
So I think people imagine homeless charities as being, they might give somebody a bed overnight, or they might give them a bit of a wash and a brush up, or some food, or access to a bit of cash, whatever.
Yeah.
But Centrepoint does a lot more than that.
Yeah, they definitely do a lot more than that. They obviously support you, for example, with basic life skills, you understand? So things, for example, like budgeting, things like cooking, do you understand? Things, for example, like shopping, all those, basic, life skills that young people need. They obviously support you with that, do you understand? I can only thank Centrepoint, because I was there for about a year and a bit. I really developed, and then after that they helped me to obviously find my own permanent accommodation, which is where I am now for the past 9 years. It was actually through Centrepoint why I obviously found that accommodation, do you understand, in the first place. So because now, for example, I've passed my university, I've got my own business now. For the past 3 years I've been a self-employed personal trainer, do you understand? This is what I do for a living. And it's all all of that was off the back of when I first came to Centrepoint, when I needed help. They obviously gave me the confidence and the support that I needed in order to excel in life.
Awesome. So there you go. Hopefully you can see what a great impact Centrepoint can have on people's lives. Alex is a great example of that. I certainly learned a lot about what the charity does, and hopefully you did too. If you haven't yet sponsored me and you weren't quite sure about whether to or not, then hopefully that has inspired you to do so. For those of you who have in the last week, I owe some thank yous. First of all to Karen Hume and Katie Baines from the previous week, who I forgot to thank. But also this week, the Kenyans, the Gudgeons, the Andersons, Peter Lerman, Ben Volume, the Morgans, Helen McNeely, Robin Lewis, my sister Claire, and my former colleagues at King's, Anne-Marie, Zainab, Cara, Alison, Amy, Laura and Kim. Thank you, everyone. 1 week to go, and it'll be done. Thank you. Money back.